This is SCP-35, Addendum-35-1. SCP-35 has been found to be able to possess anything that has a humanoid shape, including mannequins, corpses, and statues. SCP-35 has been able to motivate all into movement, removing the need to expose live subjects to SCP-35. Still, anything it possesses inevitably decays into motionlessness. Addendum 35-2. SCP-35 has facilitated an escape attempt, convincing several of the research staff to aid it in its bid for freedom. Insurrection failed. All staff that have been in contact with SCP-35 have been terminated, and mandatory psychiatric evaluations have been implemented for all personnel coming into contact with SCP-35. Addendum 35-3. It has been determined that SCP-35 is capable of telepathy, whether or not it possesses a host, even penetrating to the subconscious of others, and using that knowledge it finds to its advantage. Extreme caution is advised when choosing subjects to converse with SCP-35. Addendum 35-4. SCP-35 has expressed an interest in other SCPs, most notably SCP-4715 and SCP-682. Dr. has expressed worry that should SCP-35 bond with either, the regenerative qualities would negate its corruption and give it a permanent host. Addendum 35-5. After several more escape attempts, and after reviewing SCP-35's incident record, High Command has ordered it that it be permanently sealed within the facility and prohibited from being allowed any more hosts. Several personnel have protested against this, with some even erupting into violence. As a direct result, all personnel that have come into contact with SCP-35 have been terminated. Going forward, all personnel that deal with SCP-35 are to be rotated frequently, and contact is to be limited even to its dormant state to as little as possible. Addendum 35-6. Personnel within 10 meters of SCP-35 have recently reported feeling unease, stating that they can hear unintelligible whispering. Several others have suffered from severe migraines. Object has been monitored, but there is no change in its dormant behavior, and no sounds have been recorded. The motion to reinstate SCP-35's host privileges has been brought up more than once, if only on a temporary basis to discover these new changes in the object's behavior. Denied. Addendum 35-7. The walls of SCP-35's containment cell have suddenly begun secreting a black substance. Tests on the substance have revealed it to be human blood, although highly contaminated with several foreign and unknown agents. Substance is corrosive, having a pH of 4.5. Prolonged exposure to the walls has proven to be detrimental to their structural integrity. More notably, it seems to be forming patterns on the walls. Several segments seem to be paragraphs in various languages, including Italian, Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit. Translation is pending. Other segments appear to be diagrams depicting ritualistic sacrifice and mutilation, often for the arcane benefit of the person committing them. Several staff members have been shocked to note that all of the sacrifices bear uncanny resemblances to various personnel and their loved ones, often in conflicting positions. Researchers, while in the room examining these newly formed patterns, have complained of hearing loud whispering and high-pitched, unnerving laughter at irregular intervals. Personnel in the section working daily near and around SCP-35's containment unit have suffered catastrophic morale damage, with an all-time high in suicide rates in staff in that area, whether or not they have ever had contact with SCP-35. The only change in SCP-35's dormant behavior is regarding its contained glass case. Degradation of the case has increased to a high degree, enough so that the glass will occasionally shatter, causing a wide dispersal of SCP-35's contaminant. This occurs quite often at the most inopportune times, so far resulting in 6 casualties and 3 fatalities of both research and cleanup staff. Addendum 35-8. In light of the mass suicide and homicides of the members of the research team tasked with translating the passages garnered from SCP-35's containment cell, the morale damage in the area, and general loss of staff dealing with SCP-35 to either death or insanity, it has been decided to coat the inner and outer walls of its containment cell with SCP-148, which has proven well in the containment of SCP-132, in order to hopefully block out the high levels of negativity being emitted by SCP-35. Addendum 35-9. The use of SCP-148 has worked well, causing morale and suicide rates to return to near pre-SCP-35 rates. However, the material appears to facilitate the negativity within the cell, causing a veritable greenhouse effect inside. Personnel inside the cell have stated that they feel a heavy sense of dread, fear, anger, and general depression, as well as hearing constant, nearly inaudible whispering upon immediate entry. Prolonged stay causes severe migraines, suicidal tendencies, heavy hemorrhaging of blood vessels around the eyes and inside the mouth and nose, general hostility to others, and for the whispering to increase to almost deafening volumes, intersected by a constant mocking laughter. Exposure of more than 3 hours inevitably results in the subject falling into a complete psychosis and attempting to harm either themselves or others. Most spoke in Latin or Greek, despite the fact that several did not previously know how to speak said languages beforehand. The presence of blood in both word and diagram formations has increased disproportionately, the walls becoming cluttered, and the formations beginning to overlap each other. The substance has proven to be both difficult to clean and even more corrosive than was originally recorded, with a pH of roughly 2.4. General estimation gives the current walls a life of 2 months before they will need replacement. It is becoming gradually more and more difficult to contain SCP-35, and the debate to reinstate its host privileges has once again come up. Denied. Addendum 35-10. The walls, ceiling, and floor of SCP-35's containment cell have now been completely saturated in blood. All personnel entering and guarding that area must wear a full hazmat suit at all times. Constant cleaning efforts are being instated. Addendum 35-11. The magnitude, intensity, and recurrence of the phenomena that occur within SCP-35's containment cell have increased to an alarming degree. The cell door has been known to become locked of its own accord while personnel are inside, and unable to be opened for a period of time. Appendages form out of the larger puddles of blood, and often attempt to grab or harm personnel near them. Blurry apparitions have started appearing to staff. Electronic devices no longer work inside the cell, and the light cannot be turned on, though there is no physical reason why it doesn't work, forcing those entering to use non-electrical based light sources. Cleaning measures are having no discernible effect on the cell, and the walls are degrading at a higher rate, forcing them to be replaced within a week at best, although the blood makes it nearly impossible to properly achieve this. SCP-35 may have to be moved to a new cell entirely, with the old one sealed off and disengaged from the rest of the facility. This has been SCP-35, Addendums 1.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe so that you can be notified when the next episode goes live. Leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions for future episodes. Maybe yours will be picked. Until then, thank you for watching.